Let's move over to some SEC football talk now. We want to talk the SEC. And the first thing I want to talk about is something that's kind of hilarious. And a lot of people are going to disagree. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I know you're going to disagree. I've got something a little bold. Okay? First and foremost, can we say that Texas A&M is the second best SEC West team?
Oh, Lord.
Do we have anything that can refute that Texas A&M is the second best SEC West team?
This is so painful for me because
it's painful, but
I hate their program so. Every bit of me despises that
but
program.
part of me loves it. I kind of love it. But okay, there's nothing to refute that. But I'm going to say something even more ridiculous. Okay. Texas A&M is the second best SEC team.
No.
Okay.
No.
What? Give me your argument. Let me give you my arguments first.
Are you serious?
Let me give you my arguments first.
You think they're better than Georgia, and even if Florida's got half the freaking roster injured and they barely beat them at home.
No, they were not supposed to beat.
Florida's defense is running around on wheelchairs out there. They've got backups out the wazoo.
They were not supposed to lose to Texas A&M.
They were only 4-point favorites in that game, and their entire defense is injured.
That tells you
Texas
something.
A&M's defense got 38 hung on it by a team with no receivers either. Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts alone.
Hey,
Florida had the ball at midfield and fumbled. They were going in to win the game.
Okay, I hear you.
So So if Florida doesn't fumble and they're 2-2, are you still taking this take? Because it just sounds like to me, it sounds like you're basing this off of a fluke result off of a fumble instead of the actual roster. Look at the roster.
No. So let's talk about this right here. So we want to compare some things. When I do it, I want to compare position groups, right? So obviously, let's go ahead and say the defensive unit, we all know, is not as good as Georgia's. Because truthfully, Alabama's defensive unit is not as good as Georgia's. It is what it is, right? But they have some guys that are thumpers. Buddy Johnson can do it. Peavy can do it. They've got a lot of guys out there. I do not like Leon O'Neal. I think he's a chatterbox, and he needs to be a little bit more disciplined. But I would go ahead and say that I think their defense is still pretty good. Their defense might actually be better than their offense. Here's my other point. If we're going to compare them to Georgia, and we're not going to get to see them play Georgia unless somehow they win the SEC West and Georgia wins the SEC East, who's got a better quarterback? Tell me right now, Stetson Bennett is better than Kellen Mond. On air, Mark, get him in there, go to Faxon's face, and have him tell me that Kellen Mond is a worse quarterback than Stetson Bennett.
Okay. First of all, I want to preface this. Stetson Bennett has no reason even playing at a Division I football program.
But he is.
If the starter was JT Daniels...
That's different. That's qualifying. That's moving the goalposts. We know JT Daniels is better than Kellen Mond.
Okay, Kellen Mond is better than the walk-on that only had 2 Division I offers. Congrats.
The mailman.
I'll concede that. He's better than the dude that went out there and threw 3 picks against Alabama.
Okay.
Sure, he is marginally better than him.
Okay, but he's better.
Sure.
So we'll go with that, right?
That's like you're comparing a pile of trash to a pile of garbage. It doesn't make any difference.
Look, okay.
It doesn't make any difference.
Maybe I'm reaching a little far, but I do think that Texas A&M has, and we'll get serious here. I'll give down the brass tacks of why I'm actually saying I think they are legitimately the second best SEC West team. Again, as much as we joke on a guy like Kellen Mond, he has control of the offense that's going to set him up. Now, Kellen Mond playing in the Clemson offense is going to look like trash. That's just the way it is. He's in an offense that's going to give him several crosser routes. It's going to be super easy. He's not going to be chucking the ball down the field every time. That's actually a problem that
Listen, I'll just give you a hint. You place Kellen Mond in 99% of offense, he's going to look like trash.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think if he's in a Jimbo Fisher offense, we saw Jimbo Fisher actually get this guy settled down. Again, crosser routes, pro-style offense, it's going to help him out. Then he has been, I will say this, the only thing I think, the reason why I'm not saying Kellen Mond's a great quarterback. What I'm saying is he's helped out by having Aeneas and having Isaiah Spiller. Those guys are fantastic, and I will not concede that. Those guys are legitimate, actual threats. But I don't see anybody in the do you think Auburn's better than Texas A&M? No. No. They have needed 2 referees. We'll talk about that too. They have needed 2 referees saving them in 2 different games.
What's the point of having this conversation? We're comparing bad teams to bad teams.
But here's the thing:
Texas A&M is not good. They have no chance at contention.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do know
contention?
They have no chance of even SEC title contention.
Not because they've beat.
So
they
what
lost
are we
to Alabama.
arguing over? What are they going to do?
Because this is a weird year.
What are they going to do?
And Texas A&M could literally actually make some noise if they end up beating some other teams.
They're not going to make any noise.
Now,
They're terrible.
I will say this. That shows you the level of competition in the SEC right now.
Oh, the SEC's bad.
It's
people
weird.
are afraid to admit it.
I don't know how to deal with this. This is kind of why I'm saying what I'm saying. Texas A&M being the second best SEC West team, when you have Auburn, you have Arkansas coming in now. They're going to play each other. If Arkansas beats them, I'll concede it. But then Arkansas will be the second best team, and that's weird.
Listen,
so
I'm more buying into.
How do we feel about the SEC? This is something I'm going to say.
I think Felipe Franks is better than Kellen Mond at this point. Just based off of what I'm seeing this year.
I will say equal to or less than.
Listen, Felipe's got a lot better of an arm than Kellen Mond does.
Yeah, a lot. Felipe has a stronger arm than 90% of quarterbacks,
if Kellen Mond was like probably 0.2 seconds slower on the 40-yard dash, he would not be in a Division I quarterback.
Look, okay, we got John Sari in the comment section. He says, even weirder is the SEC is how the Hogs in Missouri are good. That's my point. That kind of makes my whole argument because of the fact that I can't refute the fact that Texas A&M is the second best team. And normally that's a big deal. It's like, blah, blah, blah. But if Florida ends up beating Georgia has 2 losses, there is no 2 SEC teams getting in.